Adventure anime with overpowered main characters hit different. They give us epic fights, hilarious flexes, and villains who regret their life choices instantly. Today, we're counting down 10 brand new titles where OP heroes absolutely steal the spotlight. Blowing off with number 10, A Wild Last Boss Appeared. This anime is basically what happens when someone plays an MMORPG way too seriously and then suddenly becomes the last boss inside that world. Yeah, you heard me right. Our protagonist is stuck cosplaying as the ultimate villain, complete with terrifying powers that would make even Ainsley Gown say, "Bro, chill." The fun twist here is watching the MC balance their over-the-top strength with an identity crisis. Like, how do you live your best life when everyone thinks you're the final raid boss? The battles are spectacular, the aura is menacing, and the side characters, well, let's just say they're mostly NPCs who can't keep up. Still, the show doesn't just lean on power fantasy. It sprinkles in comedy, awkward social interactions, and a solid emotional core. Think Overlord, but with slightly more self-awareness and less skeleton dad vibes. Definitely one for fans who want their OP characters with a dash of existential dread. This is Emmaverse Anime. Watch this video to the end and hit that subscribe button now. Sliding to number 9, the banished court magician aims to become the strongest of. Yes, the classic anime tradition. Genius gets booted from his cushy gig and decides to flex on everyone who doubted him. This one is pure guilty pleasure. Our protagonist is a court magician who gets unceremoniously tossed aside, probably because jealous nobles couldn't handle him cooking spells hotter than Gordon Ramsay's insults. Instead of sulking, he goes full glow-up mode, training, leveling, and basically speed-running his way to becoming the world's strongest. The fights are flashy, the drama is messy, and the nobles? Peak clown energy. You'll spend half the show rooting for the magician, and the other half laughing at everyone who thought banishing him was a good idea. Spoiler, it wasn't. If you enjoy the Revenge of the Underdog storyline, but with extra fireballs and less crying, this anime scratches that itch perfectly. It's like watching your ex regret their choices, except with more magic circles and fewer awkward texts at 2 a.m. Landing on number 8, Digimon Beat Break. Yep, Digimon is back. Again. But this time, it's not your Saturday morning cartoon nostalgia trip. Digimon Beat Break takes the classic digital monster formula and cranks it up with slick animation, intense battles, and yes, an MC who's absurdly overpowered. Our hero doesn't just tame Digimon. He basically solos the digital realm while dropping strategies like he's been playing competitive Pokemon since birth. The vibe is a mix of futuristic cyberpunk energy and pure monster collecting chaos. What makes it fun is that the stakes feel higher this time. Villains aren't just goofy hackers, they're genuinely threatening, and yet the MC keeps wrecking them with style. The humor lands too, especially when side characters realize they're basically backup dancers in his solo performance. Some longtime fans might nitpick changes to the formula, but honestly, this is the refreshing reboot Digimon needed. If you've ever wanted a tamer who makes Ash Ketchum look like he's still figuring out how Pokeballs work, this is your show. Looking at number 7, Cat's Eye, 2025. Now this one's spicy. Cat's Eye is a revival of the classic series, and it's dripping with sleek heist vibes, femme fatale energy, and yes, overpowered characters who make entire police forces look like mall security. The trio of master thieves are sharper, faster, and cooler than ever. Their new escapades mix modern tech with old-school charm, making every mission feel like Ocean's 11 with anime flair. The OP factor here isn't just raw strength. It's style, brains, and moves so smooth they might as well moonwalk out of every heist. Watching them outsmart bumbling cops and rival thieves is ridiculously satisfying. The animation upgrade gives us gorgeous cityscapes and action sequences that feel cinematic. Critics might argue the show leans heavily on nostalgia, but honestly, I don't care. Sometimes you want a slick reboot that knows exactly what it's doing. Plus, watching characters who are basically untouchable in their craft, that's a different flavor of Overpowered that hits just right. Dropping in at number 6, Fumetsu no Anata e Season 3. To Your Eternity has never been light viewing, and Season 3 continues that emotional roller coaster. Our immortal protagonist, Fushi, might not flex strength in the usual blast the bad guy into another dimension sense, but his OP status is undeniable. He's literally unkillable, constantly adapting and carrying centuries of wisdom. The new season pushes his journey further, with fresh allies, heartbreaking losses, and villains that test not just his power, but his humanity. The beauty here is that his overpowered nature isn't just a gimmick. It's a curse and a responsibility. Watching Fushi struggle with the weight of eternity while still being able to snap into a beast form and wreck enemies, that's layered storytelling, my friends. Sure, it's heavier than your average adventure anime, but the emotional gut punches make the action hit even harder. If you like your OP characters with actual depth and maybe a few tears on your face, Season 3 delivers. Marching on to number 5, Campfire Cooking in Another World with My Absurd Skill, Season 2. Let's be real, this anime is the definition of chill flex. Our guy Makuta isn't swinging swords or casting nukes. No, his overpowered ability is online grocery shopping. Yup. He literally orders food from modern Japan in a fantasy world, and somehow this makes him the MVP of every adventure party. Season 2 doubles down on the cozy vibes, with Makuta and his gluttonous Fenrir companion eating like kings while everyone else drools. But don't be fooled, it's not just a food porn show. Makuta's absurd skill keeps flipping battles, politics, and entire kingdoms upside down. It's hilarious watching powerful knights and monsters get humbled by beef stew. The new season also expands the world, giving us fresh challenges, stronger enemies, and even more ridiculous cooking hacks. Critics say it's low stakes, but that's the charm. It's comfort food anime with an overpowered twist. Honestly, who needs a sword when you've got soy sauce? Crashing in at number 4, My Status as an Assassin. Obviously exceeds the hero's nares. Okay, the title already reveals the plot, but let's dive in. Our protagonist gets isekai'd, lands a job as an assassin, and quickly realizes he's way more powerful than the so-called chosen hero. Honestly, it's hilarious. Imagine your boss hires someone else as the hero, but you're the one actually carrying the team. The anime blends dark vibes with classic adventure energy, showcasing insane stealth kills, high-stakes battles, and villains who probably should have read the fine print before crossing him. What makes this stand out is how unapologetically OP the assassin is. He doesn't just fight, he obliterates, and the side-eye he gives the hero is pure gold. Of course, the show flirts with cliché territory. Isekai bingo card, check, but the execution is sharp enough to keep things fun. It's the kind of anime that scratches the what if the background guy was secretly the real protagonist itch. Spoiler, he absolutely is. Leaping to number 3, Disney Twisted Wonderland. Yes, Disney has entered the anime arena, and it's way weirder than you'd think. Twisted Wonderland takes iconic Disney villains, reimagines them as hot anime boys, and throws them into a magical academy. And somehow, it works. The overpowered angle here? Each dorm leader is basically cracked with magic, and our MC navigates this chaotic wonderland while forming alliances and clashing with absurdly strong rivals. The animation is polished, the character designs are dangerously pretty, and the drama feels like a mix of Hogwarts on steroids and Kingdom Hearts fanfiction. Some people will call it a glorified gacha ad, and they're not wrong, but it's so stylish and entertaining that you won't care. The OP characters here aren't just powerhouses. They're dripping with charisma and angst, which is basically catnip for anime fans. Twisted Wonderland proves that even when Disney goes anime, they still know how to make villains the main event. Smashing into number 2, Hero Without a Class? Who even needs skills? Now this is peak don't judge a book by its cover anime. Our protagonist starts as a nobody with 0 class and 0 skills, basically fantasy world canon fodder. But plot twist, he doesn't need them. Through raw determination, unconventional strategies, and maybe a sprinkle of author favoritism, he skyrockets into one of the most overpowered adventurers out there. The comedy here is gold, especially when seasoned warriors and cocky nobles underestimate him, only to get destroyed. It's like watching an unranked player dunk on esports pros. The anime also mixes solid world building with high-energy fights. So you're not just watching a meme protagonist, you're watching someone rewrite the rules of the game. Sure, the haters will say it's unrealistic, but come on, this is anime. Half the fun is watching impossible things happen anyway. If you've ever been told you're not qualified, this show is your ultimate revenge fantasy. Finally, number 1, Yoroi Shinden Samurai Troopers. This reboot of the classic Samurai Troopers franchise is pure adrenaline. Think mystical armor, legendary swords, and overpowered samurai warriors who make entire armies look like background extras. The new Yoroi Shinden takes everything we loved about the original and cranks it up with modern animation and tighter storytelling. The protagonist is ridiculously strong, but it's not just about swinging swords. It's about honor, teamwork, and carrying the weight of tradition. The battles are cinematic, with each strike feeling like it could level a mountain. Villains step up with intimidating power, but you know deep down the MC is built different. Nostalgia plays a huge role here, but the reboot manages to feel fresh, not lazy. If you're a sucker for samurai aesthetics, explosive duels, and characters who look like they walked straight out of a 90s shonen fever dream, this anime deserves the top spot. The legend is back, and it's more overpowered than ever. And there you have it, 10 new adventure anime where the main characters are so overpowered they make villains rethink their careers. Which of these shows are you adding to your watch list? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, and subscribe for more anime deep dives. Until next time, stay hyped, stay anime,